Welcome back, guys, to yet another video on this channel. This is actually going to be, as some would call it, a high effort video and not just a regular well, not regular, but some of the other things that come directly from the stream. This is going to be, as you can tell from the title, thumbnail, and everything else, my ultimate guide on how to set up a mission table. Now, what this will be is taking a fresh level 60 and taking it through the process of the beginning stages of setting up a mission table, because that is actually the most important parts of where everybody differs and don't really know what to do. Because when you finally have your mission table, what it really is just picking what missions you want to go for first, and then actually, you know, sending them out on a regular basis. So this video will have a couple of timestamps down here below me, and also in the description below. So if you're only looking for like specific parts, or if you're interested in only one part, obviously you can just skip directly to that. And if you're interested in watching the whole video, I greatly appreciate it. But we are going to, right here, we're going through the entire process of what to do and how to do it, and what I specifically do when it comes to all of these situations. The only thing that I'm not talking about is the leveling process from 50 to 60, because that is up to you guys. The only thing that's important to remember is getting your 40 renown from the vendor up at the flight path here in Oribos. And we're going up to the flight path anyway, so I can actually show you where to get it. If you did not get it as a level 50, you absolutely should get it when you are level 60, because you will actually need a fair good amount of what do you call it, of renown, because in renown you're getting a lot of the companions, a lot of the followers that you're going to be needing when it actually comes to the mission table. But this is where you buy it. If you did not know, up here at the Flight Master in Oribos, you buy this and you get instantly 40 renown. But this can only happen if you have 80 renown on a main, so I would definitely recommend that you also do that if you have not. Now, the next thing in line is we need our mission table, because we cannot get any of our companions if we do not have the mission table. And to be able to get the mission table, we are going to our little heart of the forest, or wherever you have your covenant. I do Nightfae because that is the best possible thing to have for mission tables for a bunch of different reasons, but the actual differences between the covenants aren't that huge. So whatever you decide, you're free to pick whatever covenant you want. So something that's really important to remember is when you are actually in Oribos to pick up the quest that takes you to your Covenant zone. If you're doing Threads of Fate, that's something that you have to do when you get to level 60 to start up the entire normal process of getting your Covenants. So make sure that you actually remember to get that and turn it in where it's supposed to be turned in. Now, something that will also happen when you actually unlock these, or unlock your mission table, I'll show you here in a second, is that you get a lot of the companions that you obviously were supposed to get for renown, but they just haven't been unlocked yet. So what you're waiting for, the reason you can't see them yet, is because you're currently waiting for the mission table to get unlocked, which it won't be before you do the initial steps and you actually upgrade the mission table down at the Covenant Sanctum. So now we're waiting for this quest to happen. We're waiting for Lady Moonberry here. So here it is. Boom. And then this right here. Item array around the Sanctum. You will get this in any of your Covenant zones if you've done it before. So what you do here is, obviously you want to join the Nightfae Covenant, because you want to make sure that everything is as it's supposed to be and fully upgraded. So only these couple of things. And the reason that you want to do this is because you want to be able to unlock the actual followers and companions that you're supposed to get at this point. And the next steps are where people ask the most questions. So let's get over here. So right here we do the Soulbind as well, because we need to do this. We need to unlock everything with the Covenant, or it's impossible to get what we want. First companion gained. after you unlock the conduit, your covenant specific followers, the free powerful ones, do get unlocked for you. So those you obviously want to get, because these are your Soulbinds, and these are usually, in every covenant, these are usually the strongest ones. So these are the ones you want to get your hands on first, and also if you have some experience tokens, those are the ones you want to spend it on first. So we are going to spend a Whisper Memory on Dreamweaver, and we're going to spend one on Naya. So there we go. We already have 2 level 38 companions, and this is actually very important because we will be able to quickly get some speed on our mission table when we can get it. But you can see we need to turn in this next quest here first, and then the moment that we are going to be able to get our mission tables is right around now. So we'll walk over here to the sanctum upgrades, and right here you can see that what we need is Anima, and we have Anima right in our bags, and we got 5 redeemed souls because we actually entered into our covenant. So what we want to go for is tactical insight, because this is going to be the command table. And then you can see that these 2 other ones, they're 1,000 each, and I currently have 2,000 Anima. So if I was to upgrade these 2, I have 0 Anima, and I normally activate these 2 because on a character like this, I would go out and do Shaping Fate once and all the weekly content to get myself some more Anima to be able to actually roll the mission table for a good amount of days until I can send some more from a main, or I come back to take care of this one specifically. So the first upgrade here, it takes an hour, so you obviously have to wait around for an hour until that goes through. And you would ask, what do you normally do in that waiting time? So what I do is I usually go to Torghast, and in Torghast you can currently get 10 followers. Now that's up to you, because this heavily depends on how active you want to use the mission table. If you check the mission table twice a day, once a day, you do not need more than 10 to 13 followers, because you'll rarely be able to send out more missions than that. And if that's the case, I don't recommend spending 1, 2, 3, even 4 hours in Torghast for getting those companions. Now, if you are going to check your mission tables 2, 3, 4 times a day, you definitely need as many companions as you can get. So if you're somebody that would like to do that, I do have a video on what the best way of farming Torghast companions are. So if that's something you're interested in, I posted a link to that video down in the description below. And the secondary thing that you would do in the beginning stages of actually having a mission table is doing Shaping Fate and doing some weekly quests. So if we open up our map right here, we can currently see that we have this world boss, and we have another really good Anima world quest, and then the next thing in line, so you can see we can get 1,000 Anima from that. And as we're waiting for the mission table to be unlocked, what we can do is we can go back to Orobos, and then we can skip all the way to Korthia, because Korthia is a place that we want to unlock, because that is where you can actually farm the most Anima that you can possibly get at the moment. So that's what you want to do on the beginning stages of having a new character. So obviously, for the video purposes, it would be many hours from now before I could show you guys how you prioritize missions. The way that I explain it usually is, what you want to do is you want to focus on getting your companions, your followers, up in level quickly. And the reason that you want to do that is because you want to get up to the point where the mission table is actually going to be very good for you. And it starts having really good missions with gold, with polished pet charms, veiled augment runes, and material bags. That starts at around 11 in the campaign level. And the campaign level, if you open up your mission table, you'll see it up on the top right. And that's where you want to be. So all the way up until you get to campaign level 11, you want to focus on 100% experience missions. The only times that you do not want to take experience missions is if you have extra companions to do some of the gold related missions. But when you do get to 11 plus, that's when I usually start focusing 100% on gold making related missions, because that's when it gets worth it in terms of getting, you know, 70 to 80% out of your mission table, because after that the amount of upgrades that you get on the mission table are actually not going to be that big. You won't see another big upgrade before you actually get to campaign level 16, because that's where 9.1 was added and we get the higher material bags and all that fun jazz. So that's what you definitely want to focus on getting to, campaign level 11. So building up Anima for a new character is super important. Deciding if you want to check the mission table more than twice a day. If so, go and get your Torghast companions from Torghast, because that's where you would get most of them. If that's not the case, if you don't want to do that, then renown alone from leveling is going to give you enough. It's going to give you a little over 10 companions once you get all the way up to 80, and you're already going to be mostly towards 70 if you do Threats of Fate while leveling. So yeah, I mean, that is the basic gist of the early stages of what a mission table really is. So you can see here we skip to Korthia, and then all we do is we go out to Korthia and we do the world boss that's out here, as you can see, and we do Shaping Fate. And usually that's going to give us, even on a new character, 2,500, 3,000 Anima. And as I talked about earlier, you spend an average of 300 Anima a day if you were to send out missions twice a day. So that amount of Anima, if you were to do Shaping Fate and the other elite Anima world quest, that would last you 10 days, give or take, on a new character. And obviously, if you want it to last longer, you could do some more content, you could farm some more Anima on that character, or from a main you could send some Anima over if that's something that you have to put, or well, you have the ability to do. But that's all it is. There really is not much more to it. If you want to know the best way of running Shaping Fate as well, I do also have a video for that, and I'll also be dropping a link to that in the description below. I actually have a couple different videos that go into more specifics to some of these parts if you're interested. So if you need some more explanation, some deeper explanation on some of these parts, that is something that you could definitely check out. But that is all that I have for this video. I hope this actually helped you guys out and in building up a new character, a new mission table, because this is actually a lot of gold. And I've obviously been talking about this on my channel for a long time, but the build up stages for a new mission table is super quick now. It's very, very easy. A lot of the steps that we used to be able to do, or we used to have to do, is now something that we either get to skip or we don't have to do, because you build up Anima as you level, and you build up renown as you level as well. So that is very nice. And also, considering how many followers you get from renown, you also don't have to worry too much about Torghast if you're not interested in that. But I hope the video helped you out. I hope it I hope it really tries to unfold the mysteries of the mission table and kind of puts it into more simpler stages, because a lot of people are put back about, oh, it takes a while to set up these mission tables, and oh, I don't know if I want to. But you get to a really, really good point on the mission table. You can get 70 to 80% use out of it for like its total use really quickly. You start getting really good numbers back already when you're at campaign 11, like I talked about. And when you're at campaign level 11, you're usually, with all your companions, they're usually like level 20 to 30. So that's when you get a lot out of it. It builds up very quickly nowadays, so you don't have to worry about it. Really, it's just going to be a passive gold making scheme, and it's going to be good for you guys if it's something you're interested in. But I would also imagine, if you're listening to me right now, you're listening to the end of the video, so if you're here, I expect that you're really interested in mission tables and how they work. But if you guys have any questions to anything that I talked about or any fold out questions, make sure that you drop them down in the comments below, and also drop some love in the video, share it with your friends, whatever it is, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys watching, and until the next one. See ya, guys!